listening to Combat Sports UK.
Combat Sports UK.
What's happening, fight fans? Welcome back to Combat Sports UK. Chris Simpson here. I'll keep saying it until you all keep doing it. Make sure that you are hitting the subscribe button, liking the video, comment, sharing it everywhere that you can. And if you want to come across to the events that we are covering, because it's the best way to see the up-and-coming talent, get ahead of the curve, make sure that you are seeing these amateurs and these newer pros, and make sure, like I said, you're on their journey because you'll be the first people to know about them. But without further ado, I'm joined by Garon Shemar. How you doing, my man?
Yeah, good man. Chilling.
Yeah, good.
Same old shit.
Yeah, like I said, saw you last week, so it's not been long since we since we spoke. Obviously you're taking on Conor Monaghan at the next Golden Ticket event. Unbelievable card as well, top to bottom, ridiculous card. Opening the main card as well, so opening that unbelievable main card. How are you feeling? Because there's still quite a bit of time. There's still about a month, 5 weeks left before you're getting in there.
I'm fighting next week actually, but don't know if you know that. At BMF, innit?
Yes.
I'm fighting at, I'm fighting at BMF.
Stephen Clancy.
Yeah, Stephen Clancy, yeah. So I'll be honest, I'm not put much thought into GCFE yet. I'll obviously look at some videos after next week's over.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What would Stephen Clancy? Obviously, his brother is headlining Cage Warriors cards and stuff, and it's a guy who people a lot of hype around and stuff like that. I think you'll probably be his toughest test so far in terms of the people that he's trying to face. What would you reckon that'd do for yourself, getting a win over someone who's got such a big hype behind him?
Yeah, no, it's going to do a lot for me just within myself, and do you know what I mean? Because I'm always known as like the striking guy or whatever, and this guy's slick on the feet. Do you know what I mean? So to win this fight is going to do a lot for myself, and just to get another win, because I know my last performance was a bit shit, innit? So getting a win over an undefeated guy for a belt as well, I think it's going to do a lot for me and the gym.
Yeah, definitely. And like I say, he's had a lot of eyes on him, but I think that's part to do with his brother, but also he has got a lot of skills. In terms of like a length advantage, I've not seen much of Stephen. Have you got a lot of height and reach on him?
No, I think we're same height, to be honest.
Oh God,
I think we are. Yeah, I think we're same height.
And I don't want to take anything away from Stephen because I think he is a fantastic fighter, but I don't know if he's really faced the level of competition that, say, you had by even your second, third fight. Do you think it's going to be maybe a little bit of a shock to the system when you're not quite making the mistakes that maybe other people that he's faced recently have been?
Yeah, well, I think anyone can look at like my last performance or a performance I put up against like a really top guy, and I think they can like overlook me, but I know my level. My gym knows my level. I know I'm not just going to go in there and fall over within a round. Do you know what I'm saying? That's no disrespect in it. I'm giving him credit. I think I've listened to it, like his interview. I've watched his fight, and that he's slick. You know what I mean? He looks like he's like a humble guy, confident. Of course, he's going to be confident. He's 6-0 in it, but not one of the guys he's fought just on an experience level has had any more than 2 fights. Every single guy he's fought has had no more than 2 fights. You know what I'm saying? And experience shows a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not going to get a lot from fighting 2 times. You know what I mean? So that's no disrespect to him again. He seems like a good guy, but I just know on an experience level, like he's fought fuck all really, innit?
Yeah, and in turn, not just even your fighting, like you're always there at events, you're cornering your fighters, you're helping with training in the gym. You pretty much a lot of the time, like Andre and James's right hand man at these events and stuff. That must give you a lot of good experience looking at it from a different perspective.
No, yeah. I think like cornering the guys and like what obviously because like when I go in there, it's like I'm always zoned in. And I don't have the opportunity to take a step back in it. So watching fighters like warm up and see how they do it, I can take, I can take things from my teammates and stuff, like how they deal with it. Are they calm? Are they pumped up? Like how? Because when you go off yourself, you just kind of like deal with the emotions yourself. But watching them walk to the cage, seeing how they like perform and stuff, it fucking got it out of my head now. But yeah, no, it helps me, and even just making a walk again, I feel like I'm fighting again. I get a little bit like butterflies, you know what I mean? It gets me a bit like, especially when was that? Was that last week?
Yeah,
So yeah,
last
like
week.
so like 2 weeks before I'm fighting, I'm making a walk with couple of the gym's fighters and stuff. So yeah, just helps overall, and it really like.
Yeah. And what's the year going to be like for Lions? Because I know James is quite excited about this year. Your fight team's growing. Everyone's got fights coming up. People are getting on win streaks. People are performing better. What's the year going to be like for Lions?
Oh, I'm telling you, man, we need to get another cabinet. There's going to be a good couple bouts coming to Lions. No, I'm excited, really excited. I think, uh, yeah, I'm not going to name names because I know I'm going to forget someone, and I'm just going to get teared in the gym, and yeah. So there's a we got a really good team going on at the minute, and so a good consistent group of lads that are smashing it in the gym, and good couple of us fighting on golden ticket as well. Obviously, I'm fighting with Sam from our gym. Sam, I think he won like fight was it fight of the year?
Yeah, he won. No, he won the. I think it was performance of the
Mm,
night for the
No, but I
thousand
mean,
pound.
I've seen somewhere it was like middleweight. I don't know
Oh,
what it was, but yeah, he won something. So yeah, he's fighting on the card with me next week, and then he's fighting again on golden ticket for the belt. Um, yeah, he's winning that belt. Let's just be honest. And yeah, he's gonna grab that belt, and he's not losing it either. So um, yeah, so the gym's gonna achieve mad things this year, and James as well, innit? James gets another shot at Cage Warriors. Do you know what I mean? Um, yeah, whenever James in there, it's always exciting, isn't it? So,
yeah,
and I look
exactly.
forward to it, watching my coach fighting that. So,
Yeah, and I know James won't mind me saying this because I've known him long enough. But that wasn't the best of what you can see from James
hmm
the first time round, and I know he won't mind me saying that because I think he'd agree with that. He's got a lot more to show, and he's shown it time again in his career when he's fought against all odds, when he's fought people that are 6'7", when obviously he's like my
yeah,
height. So yeah, I'm excited for what you
yeah,
guys
short
can
as
do.
fuck.
And I've got a lot of time for you guys at Lions because you guys have always given me a lot of time. I know you said when I last saw you that you were thinking that this is probably going to be your last year at amateur. Have you still kind of got the feeling that you're going to maybe go into the pro ranks in 2026?
Yeah, well, I haven't actually spoken to David about this, but just this in my head. He might be like, "Nah, shut the fuck up. You're staying amateur," and I'm just be like, "All right, sound, yeah, whatever." But in my head, you know what I mean, finishing a good couple wins. I've had a good couple fights now, and of course, yeah, my record's not like the prettiest, but I know the guys I've been in there with, and it, you know what I mean. I know I've fought some of the UK's best, and it. So and even this like coming up, you know what I mean, like 6-0 prospect coming out of, in Scotland, I think it's Scotland. Yeah, he's like I fought nothing but tough fights since my third fight. You know what I mean? First couple fights like weren't like I'm just no disrespect in it, but obviously they're not going to be the greatest level your first couple fights. And then ever since then, I've just been fighting killers to be honest.
Yeah.
So from an experience level and finishing on a good couple wins against a good couple guys, winning a belt, I think the move up to pro wouldn't be like unreasonable.
Yeah, definitely. And you say in the first your first couple of fights, but Luke Neal first fight was 1-0. He's now 3-2, so winning record. Jazz Singh, he was 2-0 when you fought him. He's now 2-1. He's not fought since. Stefan Earl, Jack Etherton, Jack Humphreys, obviously in Cage Warriors, Ibrahim
Mm,
Basiv, Anes Palani, Kieran Coogan. That was a banging fight. And then obviously Joe Frodsham. The record's ridiculous in terms of the level of competition you faced.
yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard of him, but there was a guy called Mike Hales. He trained at in a gym with Connor and stuff. And as soon as he had a flawless amateur record and then a flawless like start to his pro record. And then he fought
Mhm.
someone that could fight and he got pasted all over the ring. And I don't think he's actually
Yeah,
fought
yeah.
since. So it's not a good
Uh-huh.
base for you to kind of not test yourself. And then because at the end of the day, how much does your record mean to you at amateur? I know you want to obviously have the best record you can, but when people look at your record, they'll understand that you fought the best people in the UK.
No, yeah, 100%. And it's not been like I've won two fights and then I've gone on like a mad five fight losing streak. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's been very up and down for me in amateur. Do you know what I'm saying? And just uh, improving. Just outside of camp and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes there's obviously sometimes you take someone lightly, or sometimes you're like, oh fuck it, I'll I'll eat a bit of food and then it fucks up your weight cut and then maybe you feel a bit shit on the day, or you just make stupid mistakes amateur, do you know what I'm saying? So and then like yeah, so as I was saying, so like I'll win a couple, then I'll face like a really tough lad and I'll lose, and then I'll come back and I'll win a couple, and then and then I'll lose a couple, and then I'll win a couple. So it's not been like I've been flat out like smashed for 6 fights straight and I'm just coming back. Do you know what I mean? Like last year, like three fights, won two, lost one against a fucking. I can't say enough about that Joe Frodger, man.
He's a
He's good
beast.
in it. Yeah, yeah, he is, man. And yeah, and like last year, like beat a tough guy coming out of Norway, and then beat a 7-1 Irish prospect. You know what I'm saying? So I know the level of fighters that I'm fighting, and people can look at my record and say what they want. I know the people I've been in there with.
Yeah, exactly. And just before I let you go and we wrap up, what are you kind of expecting from this fight with Stephen? How are you expecting the fight to kind of play out?
Uh, I'm not gonna give you the boring answer like, yeah, prepare for everything, whatever. Yeah, I genuinely believe, like in my heart, I genuinely think I can stop this fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether it be early, whether it be late, I feel like I can stop this fight, and I feel like a part of me, like a part of me, just within myself, I want to see how tough I am. Do you know what I mean? So I know this kid's hungry. I know this kid's confident, and I feel like like he's here to scrap in it as well. Do you know what I mean? Like he ain't just a pushover. He ain't a pussy. Also, I think he's gonna come out and give it. Um, but yeah, no, I'm gonna meet him in the middle, and like we're gonna have a scrap in it. So if it goes the distance, like I'm ready for I'm ready for a good old dust up. Do you know what I mean? Because uh, after my last performance, I wanna get in there and fight in it. Even though, um, obviously, of course, I had a fight. I'm not saying anything about my last performance, but he pretty much kind of put it on me. I didn't really land much, so I wanna I wanna go in there and show a good account of myself in the gym. And yeah, I think you know if I get to a finishing position, like I'm gonna stop this fight in it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm really looking forward to it, mate. I've got the weekend off this weekend, and it's a class card that BMF are putting on, so I'm gonna make sure that I get a link off them and I can sit at home
Yeah,
and
watch out
watch
for
it.
Sam as well. Watch out for Sam as well. He's gonna be fighting on the card
Oh,
in it,
mate,
so watch
yeah,
out for
I
him.
think I've seen Sam fight a couple of times as well. And Sam's a beast, and he's a big lad as well. Like he carries a lot of
Killer man.
size.
I hate sparring him, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
No, he's a fucker.
So yeah, it'll be class, mate. But I really appreciate you coming on, Garon. Obviously, I know you're busy with the gym and preparing and stuff, but
I mean, it's a Sunday, I do fuck all, so I'm not doing anything to be honest.
mate, Sunday's like the day I do everything. It's a nightmare. I go food shopping and then I have to meal prep for the week and then I do
Well,
some
you're like a
interviews.
like a proper adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be the first that I do.
Brother, don't call me that,
I'm
man.
lazy as fuck. No, I'm lazy as fuck, man. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
man.
probably just gonna sit in this chair for like another 3 hours until I eat again. So,
Class. Well, I hope you enjoy that bit. But yeah, all the best for next Saturday. I'm really hoping it goes well for you. And everyone that's fighting from Lions as well over the next few weeks. I hope it goes well. But yeah, I'll see you at the end of March at Golden Ticket, mate. But yeah, all the best of luck for next week.
cheers, man. Appreciate
Nice
it.
one, Garen.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
mate. Cheers.